my new video. My name is Björn Friedrich and I'm here with world famous Jiu-Jitsu teacher and coach Roy Dean, who is my older Jiu-Jitsu brother since we have the same teacher. So I'm very happy to be here today and we show you some really good stuff.
Looking forward to it, and I appreciate you hosting here in Germany.
My pleasure. We show you some really nice stuff. I will show you one of my favorite side mount escapes, the biceps control escape. Let's call it this way. You will see what we mean by that. And Roy will show you the counter. The counter is not just important for the guy on top, but also important for you if you want to learn this escape. Because if you want to be good with that escape, you need to understand what can go wrong or what can your opponent do when you are applying this kind of escape. There are different options and I will show you what is important. So you start from side control, and the most important thing in my opinion is if side control happens, you need to block this arm. You know, you cannot allow anyone to grab and cross face you because now there is work, now there is struggle. And even a strong guy pushes you, squeezes you, you have a problem. So what I do is I control this and I keep this arm low. And if I can, that's a very important point, I have a straight arm. I don't want to use my triceps because now I usually tense up and it's difficult for me to do it. So I straight it up. And if he pushes into me, I allow his strength to go through my arm in the ground. And what I do from here is I'm moving, and if he's pushing into myself, it's important not to use my shoulder. A little more strength in it. If I do it with my shoulder, it doesn't work. So what I do is I use my body. It's important to really come from the hips, because if you muzzle it with your, I'll show you what happens. If you really muzzle it with your, you're here, you're blocking it, and as soon as you can, sometimes you have to do both arms, as soon as you can, straighten out your arm and keep it straight and keep it, at least try a 90-degree angle here. If it's too much here, you can get smashed too easily. So if you can have a 90-degree arc angle here, this is perfect. So if he's using strength, you keep it straight, he's using strength, even real strength, you know, it's difficult. If I use shoulder, I run his power and my power. That's not what I want to do. What I want to do is I was using my hips. So I focus on my core, I squeeze my buttocks, I squeeze my core, and I come up from the hips. And I want to do whatever I need to do. One more time. As soon as you can, block this one. If you need a second arm, push. If you need to move a little bit backward, move backward. Get away from his crossface. That's the most important step. Now you can straighten out and turn. This is an important point. Now let your strength go all the way into the ground. This is the most important thing. You don't try to muzzle it with your triceps muscles. Keep it straight. Move away just a little, and now use your core to get up. That is one of my favorite escapes, and works very well, but it can be countered, and Roy will show you how it can get countered.
So when Bjorn's on his back and doing this technique, I'm thinking, if I don't sense him going into it, there's a tipping point where I can get behind, right? As soon as he gets that hip out, well, I'm starting to go, and there's really nothing I can do at this point, okay? Except go with it and maybe try to set up a little bit more space so I don't land exactly where he wants me to. But it's too late at that point to counter, right? So as he's starting to extend that, I'm going to take this arm and I reach over. I twist my hand and I grip his wrist, okay? So I want to accentuate this turn, drop my body on top of his elbow, and then we go into a straight arm lock, or what they call Waki Gatame. So this is actually a really cool drill, a sensitivity drill actually. So as he pushes, I go with it. If I stay behind here too much, he's gonna get that behind me and then it's too late. So I have to go with it, wrap his arm, and then I can support this with my other hand as well. Okay, one more time. Boom, he goes out, pushes, and we finish with that Waki Gatame or straight arm lock.
So that was our little technical application of two great basics and important moves. I hope you like it and see you next time.